What's up, Chucklefucks? Welcome back to Wreckfest, the series where you submit your from-the-depths designs to me for review, and I either praise them for being a fantastic design with little feedback, or shit all over them for them being a terrible design with maybe a side of constructive criticism. Now, join me as I continue to make terrible life decisions, as in procrastinating on making this video or recording it until early Sunday morning, and now I'm here at 6:30 in the morning to record and edit this and have it out by noon. Because I'm fucking wise. Alright, kicking us off is the Archon? I'm gonna go with Archon. Class Aircruiser 2. What happened to the first one? This one is by Shipmaster Kent. Good lord, this thing is big. Holy shit, what is this thing's wingspan? 299. Christ almighty, this is a... Why does this give me like giant fucking air carrier vibes from like Project Wingman? I don't hate it though. I think the overall design of it is pretty good, although I feel like you could use a little bit of deco sloping here. Primarily because like if you take a look at it from the top, pretty much almost all your angles, at least up here in the front, are nice and smooth. There's no jagged edges to it. And then you look at the fuselage of it and it's kind of jagged. I also see that kind of here in the back. So I would just recommend doing like just taking this slope here, boom, extend it by 2, move it over by I think like half a meter. Same with this one, move it there like that. To the left, bam, there you go. And then you can apply with mirror, and if you're really lazy, then you could just take the prefab mode, copy and paste it, bam, bam. You see that? You see how much smoother and nicer that looks in comparison to that? Now do that to the rest of your hull here. Alright, let's take a look up top. What the fuck is this? Okay, your turret cap needs some work. First off, I would make it not look like heavy armor all the way around. And 2, it just looks a little bit too round, I suppose you could say. God damn it, fucking tab to reset camera, stupid bullshit, get it fucking way. Yeah, the heavy armor exposed, not a big fan of. I feel like you could do some kind of a different shape other than just like a half-ass circle. I feel like your barrel could also be a lot longer and also decoed to look a little bit better, and then also decoed to hide all of your railgun stuff in here and make sure you can't see the internals. And I would get rid of these and put like a bigger rangefinder here in the back as well. You got all your jet intakes. Okay, so that looks like the same turret cap, so I would do same there. I would deco your barrel here as well. Oh wait, no, it looks like you have some deco. Is it? Okay, thing I'm gonna say, don't use the default barrel texture. It makes it look like it's not decoed and it's not very good. I would use like a pleak or alloy or something else. So that already looks a little bit better. But I would also recommend for your mantlets back here, just so you can't see all your railgun components, just a simple way. Just do like alloy hole, boom, rotate 90 degrees, oop, hang on, and then move it forward. And then you can kind of adjust it like that, adjust its roll a little bit like that, boom. Now you can't see the internals and it kind of like slopes back. It looks like a rotating surface for that barrel to come up on. Good lord, you've got some big fuck off missiles. Holy shit, hang on, we're gonna take a look at these things. Now the missile decos I like. Great success, I like. Though you might want to make this not hollow in the back. But other than that, your missile design looks great. Overall, I think it's really cool. I just think you need some minor detailing and teething work to make it look just a little bit better. Primarily working on your slopes. I would work on your slopes and that turret cap first, and then we can work on other details, insignia, marking, stuff like that later. Alright, next is the Blooper. This is by Void. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Oh my god, it's a nuke. It definitely looks a little bit fucking terrifying, but it also kind of gives off the vibe of the fucking Team Fortress 2. I teleported bread. Okay, I do like how you made the like giant nuke sitting there and like where it looks like it's clamping down with its jaws. Very interesting. Your spine. I would honestly think of some way to make its jet here in the back a little bit more integrated. I have no idea what the fuck you would do because this is more of like a fucking monster. But I like the like little tiny tumors on the sides that you got. This is, I want to see this kill Marauder. Hold on. Come Heather, my child. Alrighty. Sorry, Marauder. I've done nothing but teleport bread for 3 days. Well, that's kind of underwhelming. Bro got fucking laid out by the goddamn cannons on the side. How the fuck did you manage that? Hang on. There's no way that this thing is... There's no way that this thing doesn't detonate. Like, seriously? Is it not supposed to explode? There it goes. Okay, that took long enough. You might want to look into why it doesn't detonate upon impact. I'm not sure if that's by design, but that first one kind of got fucking laid out by the side cannons because it didn't blow up immediately. Alright, next we've got the Cataphract. This is by Cruiser. Ooh. Hold on. Let me get this into the white flares color. This looks like some kind of like a fucking race car with the like with the front steering wheels that you got. But I like that you got the like the suspension exposed and stuff like that. I feel like you could use some custom rims. I was reviewing the wheels, you jackass!
12 seconds later.
Anyway, like I was saying, it looks like you have some textures clipping here. I would make some kind of a custom wheel deco, but I do like the giant fender that you've got going all the way around that. Still personal preference, don't care for heavy armor being exposed. I love the giant fucking exhausts here on the sides for the engines. Okay, I gotta say, I love the off-center gun here. I'm a sucker for the off-center guns. It just makes it look so much more detailed in some cases. It's great. Before I look at the gun to see what its recoil's like, I'm gonna smell it. You smell like you don't have enough recoil absorption. Alright, let's see if the sniffing is correct. It fucking is! Now, the performance of the gun, otherwise, looks great. I love the looks of the barrel on this. And you actually managed to make the, like, regular barrel texture not look like absolute and utter dog shit either. It's integrated well into the design. Honestly, I don't have much to say about it because, one, I'm not very good at white flares, but two, I mean, it looks really fucking cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Good job. Next is the Chiral Agrius. This is by Ginger Spartan. Why the fuck is it showing his old pink? What the fuck? Whoa. Whoa. What in the fucking tumor-infested ass is this? You just took one of your ships and made it infested? Oh my lord. I gotta say, it definitely gives off the vibe of being fucking infested. Oh my god, it even has a mouth? Ooh. Oh my lord. Jesus, yeah, it's like all overgrown. Oh my god. And That's a fucking... That's a particle cannon? Or plasma cannon. Jesus. Wow. Okay. And a lot of it's off-center too. Oh my god, a lot of the fucking... The, like, tumor spouts and shit is off-centered. Good lord, that had to take so much fucking time. You got a giant-ass fucking tumor there. Jesus. You know these little guys. I like turret caps on this. You got just enough recoil absorption. Good, man. My man. Overall, pretty good gun. Just looks like a Sea Whiz. Oh my god. This thing is fucking terrifying. It looks like a plague vessel that's just coming to infect your fleet and take it for itself. Which honestly, I kind of like the vibe of. I think that's kind of a fun... I think that would be a really fun faction to go up against. Like, if you lost a battle against them, they captured your ship, and then it would turn it into this. I know there's no way to really be able to do that in FTD, but that would be really fucking cool. It would give you incentive to fight to the very last to make sure that you don't give up a battle. So, yeah, that's... Good lord. This had to take way too much time that I don't want to think about, but that is fucking cool. Alright, next is the Corvette rebuild. This is by Squid. Okay, still all red. Don't particularly care for that. But let's come back here and take a look at this. Okay, I think I remember looking at this before. Let's take a look here. Your turret, minus the like yellow and black like hatch mark or whatever on it. Your shaping on the turret cap looks good. You might add a little bit more detail to the base of the turret cap. Oh, come on. There you go. Okay. The other thing... Oh, never mind. You've already got that. I was going to say, I thought this was just flat and you could see the turret base through here, but no, you got that. That's good. Taking advantage of the new, like, half hollow whatever things. Maybe add a rangefinder to it. I feel like it could use. Your superstructure does not look like it has changed much. Don't know what to do here. Back at the structure. Look from inside of the interior and look out for the detection with window. Use SD paint if you want. Okay. We will use Scarlet Dawn paint then. Let's see here. Okay. See, I feel like your bridge just doesn't, like, it's hard to put anything here in the back because your bridge is just so uniform. Like, there's nothing else to it. You don't have anything else coming off the sides. You don't have anything else cropping out to the sides. It's just one solid window all the way around. And, like, if you were to have your bridge, or the glass for your bridge, to stop, like, right here, and, of course, you're making it difficult on me, because I have to fucking get rid of all these decos. Hang on. Do that. But, yeah, it's like, if your bridge stopped right there, you could get away with more. Like, you can even integrate these this laser defense stuff in a little bit more. Instead of having them stick out right there, you can add like a little outcrop right here. If you even wanted to, you can make it like sloped like that, or just something to mix it up. Because right now you have nothing. You have nothing. You lose. So. And then when you do shit like that, then you can expand out on your superstructure here, and then maybe you can make like a little raised section up top here. Hang on, we're gonna delete all the decos so I can make it as difficult on me. But whenever you start mixing up the structure down here, you can start adding elevated sections back here. So we can make that little raised platform. We can make like a little raised platform here. You can make maybe some kind of an antenna, some kind of radio mast. You could even do like a little raised section right here. Put some more detection up on top of that. You could put like just a radar there. You can, yeah, you got your mast there. Or you can even make that some kind of a smokestack, or even if you wanted to, with this back section, you can make this into some kind of a smokestack. So then it also breaks up the texture, makes your superstructure look more interesting, and it doesn't even need to be like super big smokestack either. Your smokestack could literally just be like that, literally just that. Yeah, actually we might do something like that instead. That looks a little bit better. Then we can do that, you know. There's your smokestack. There's a spot for a mast. You can even lower this down a little bit, but hopefully you kind of see what I mean. Just by doing that already looks a bit better. I think that's your main downfall right now, is your superstructure. All right, next is a desert boa. This is by Kevin. Is this his version of the desert boa? Oh, good lord. Okay, hold on. Let's oh no, it obliterated the child! Well, that didn't take very long. Hold on. Alright, fleet goers, deep water guard, please. There we go. We'll respawn it. I'm gonna assume it's another one of those guys that just got fucking obliterated. Hang on, we're gonna pause real quick. Interesting little side cart design, but oh, you got some textures clipping there. That would slightly bother me. But very interesting. Little tiny motorcycle. Okay. Anyway, let's look at this. So, I love the beefy look of the truck cabin. But I feel like the exhausts on this need to be, instead of like two individual ones here on the side, I feel like it needs to be like one bigger smokestack. I feel like that feels like it would be more of a Deepwater Guard theme than the two little guys like that. Alright, you got a man T-posing next to some missiles. I would decorate those to be some kind of like scrap together barrel missile. I do like the interior here. You got anything back here? That just goes back there. So you got a guy up here. Oh, so a lot of this is off-centered. Cool. Okay. I do like the supercharger, giant ass supercharger exposed up there at the top. Very good. The ERA works fairly well as the fender flares on this. Got one of those missile turrets. I like the little crane hanging off the side. I understand with it being Deepwater Guard, it needs to be a little bit more basic on deco work, or like details on the outside to cut down, but overall I think this is pretty cool. You have a bunch of spare, this is like your repair bay. Oh yeah, this is just a bunch of spare parts, so yeah. Interesting. Is that supposed to be Deco Hater 99? Well, fuck you. Oh, you've even got like the little spikes or the little pedestals that come down to like stabilize the thing whenever it's firing. Very cool. Very interesting. I wish to see this thing shoot. God, I love how much it just rocks the whole fucking thing. Overall, it's pretty cool. I don't have too much to say because I'm not great at Deepwater Guard, but overall, pretty cool. You might add some custom rims for the wheels. Other than that, I think you're pretty good. Alright, next is the Faithful. This is by Elite Leon. Let's take a look. What in the steampunk ass looking shit was that? Hang on. I want to pause this in its fleet colors. Okay, there we go. Okay. I don't hate it. I like the difference in the hull. And your little casemates here on the side, acting almost as like support pillars, works really well. I love that. Okay. And say you're trying a new style, but this style fucking works. Like, I would love to see what a bigger capital ship in this would look like. See, this is the kind of like mixed up stuff I would love to be able to make myself. I'm not good at it. I'm not. I could come up with some ideas, but overall execution I can't fucking do. To save my life. I've tried making steampunk and it never works. Interesting way to do the mast like arms, but it works. I go to missile launchers. This is very cool, though I don't know about the solid yellow like portholes, or at least up here on the bridge with it being like graded. Oh, so you can't actually see through it. I feel like it needs to at least be a little bit transparent. You know, it doesn't need to be like super transparent, but I feel like you need to be able to at least, if you come up here and look through it, you should be able to see through it a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit, you know. I like how you got like the little support beams to hold up that. Yeah, overall, this thing is fucking cool. Let's take a look at those guns there. Let's see here. You have just enough recoil absorption. Very good. Your gun isn't super balanced. It's a 179. What are you using for shell? You are using 178.88. The fuck? Why not just 178.8? What the shit? Okay. That's a interesting gauge or whatever. Anyway, so you're using a heat incendiary. Interesting. Okay. And then these little guys. These are 120s, 34 RPM. This one's a little bit more balanced. Got enough recoil absorption. Excellent. Yeah, overall, I don't have much to input on this. Now I'm just really curious to see what a larger capital ship in this style is, because I feel like it would look really cool. All right, next we have Goofy Ah Battle Cruiser. This is by Teehee. What is so goofy about this battle cruiser? I love the turret cap design. Very good. Even got the hole slipped up a little bit. Your hole shaping looks alright. You were doing good up there in the front, but then you kind of slacked here in the back with your sloping not being quite as smooth. You've got a floating... Yeah, you got some floating propellers there that you need to add some supports for. What are these guns? These are 500s. Good lord. 6.3 RPM. You've got enough recoil absorption on all of them. One of these little guys. Very basic, but decent. Recoil absorption's good. They are 250s. Firing 12.6 RPM. God damn. This is an interesting turret cap design. Very boxy. But, you know what? I kind of like the charm of it. Let's see. These are 60 mils. Firing 160. Good recoil absorption. Lifeboats are good. Superstructure, I feel like, is a bit lacking. Like, I feel like you need to have more of this section of the superstructure overhanging and sitting, like, maybe up to, like, right here instead of being recessed so far back. Because it feels like there's something missing there. It feels like it needs to fill the gap. So I would extend your bridge or make this, like, top section of your bridge kind of extend out by, like, 2 or 3 more blocks. Just to kind of fill up that space a little bit more. Let's see here. Smokestack's good. I feel like this front mast needs to be a bit taller, and I feel like your masts in total need to be a little bit narrower in diameter. Overall, you've got the basis of a pretty good ship. I like it. What's so goofy about it? What is so goofy about it? Yeah, I just really like these turret caps. These are it's a simple design, but it looks good. It looks good. yeah, overall this thing's pretty nice. I like it. You just got some minor detailing and slight shaping work to do, but overall you got a good basis here. Alright, next we have the Hunter class guided missile cruiser. This is by Colton. Okay, look at this little tiny guy. Look at this little fella. Hull shaping is beautiful, as always. Very good. Minus you never finish making the hull nice and smooth underneath. Let's take a look at your bridge. You got anything? No, it is pretty small, so I don't really expect anything. Very good. Hull's real. Your lifeboat looks like it needs to take the cover off the top of it and, you know, let it be exposed. That's all uniform. Oh, your bridge up here is actually, like, open to the public or open to the air. Like that. What are these? Oh, simple little missiles. I like that. Looks like you got the camera up there in the front. Very good. You got your torpedoes here. And what is this gun? What is this gun? This is a 76 mil. You got enough recoil absorption. Fires 80 RPM. What are you firing? I'm going to guess heat. APHE. Interesting. Okay, basic shell, but it works. Very good. I like your turret cap on this. Ooh, let's take a look at your torpedoes. Very good. Very good. I feel like it's missing something a tad bit taller up here in this front section. Like, I understand it, you know, it doesn't really need two masts, but I feel like it's missing something in this section right here. It doesn't need to be super big. I feel like maybe some kind of a radar or other like communication equipment sticking up from that front section where the captain is. But other than that, I don't really have much to say about it. It's, oh, wow, it's really fucking cheap. Tiny little guy. Tiny little guy. Alright, next is the Pariah. This is by Kevin as well. Okay, not gonna lie, I kind of like the looks of it in this color, in these colors. But we'll go ahead and change it to white flares. I understand that's what it's for. Okay, first off, the fucking like chainsaw missiles. I love the idea of very white flares-esque. I feel like the texture on the barrel needs to be something else other than the default barrel texture. Your gun, you've got enough recoil absorption, fires 15.4 RPM. It is a 400 mil, goddamn. Let's see here. I like how you have the tank treads come up to that like really high point up in the front, and then just a slow, gradual slope all the way to the back. I like that. And you've got the, like the little supports going over the tank treads. I do like. I'm not too certain on like the kind of like weird side skirt cheek thing you've got going on. First off, it doesn't look very supportive. Like if you look at it from the front, it looks like literally the only support it has is that tiny little point there. So I feel like you need other little supports coming here to hold it up. And I also feel like it should be sloped inwards a little bit more instead of it just being flat. Okay, so you got a little tiny chainsaw missiles there too. You got your exhaust pipes there. Yeah, everything else looks pretty typical for white flares, but yeah, that's gonna be your big thing there is making the inner slope on these like side skirt cheek whatever things slope inwards like that, and then also add some other supports so it looks like it's actually bolted or welded to the side instead of it like precariously on a pinch weld like right there, because it looks like it doesn't have any other supports. So it looks like you can easily sit on it and snap it off. So yeah, other than that, it looks pretty cool. Next is the Problem Child. That's what my name used to be. And this is by Syrup. So what's so problematic? Oh, dear God, it's nosediving. Hang on. Okay. What is so... Oh, my Lord. The fucking superstructure on this. Ooh. Oh, God. These are crams, too. Oh, you even made them hollow, too. Like, you got the exposed bags. Okay. I love that. Another cram up here. Good Lord. Okay. Instead of the Thunder Child, it's Problem Child. God damn. I feel like these turret caps down here, like up here, like down here, these look fine. These look great. But I feel like this up here is lacking, like something here for the mantlet. Like it slightly bothers me that the mantlet opening is not big enough for the actual barrel. I feel like it needs to be. The other thing is they do feel a bit fat. Like I feel like that they need to be like, instead of a full meter over here on the side, I feel like they need to be decoed as half a meter instead. And I would also deco your coincidence rangefinder, maybe to be a little bit smaller. And that's obviously going to apply for these side ones here too. Smokestack looks good. Your masts look good. Yeah, that's just gonna be those upper turret caps. They look a little bit off. You got any kind of an interior? Oh yeah, you got like the center bearing for the paddle wheel, or the like the belt coming up for it. Very cool. Yeah, no, I like this. This is pretty cool. Especially its fucking name being Problem Child. Alright, next is the TGS Derceto? Derceto? I don't know. This is by Ginger Spartan. Alright. This almost has like a similar superstructure to that infected ship from earlier. But good lord, the amount of small missiles. This thing's about the same cost. Love this little Sea Whiz turret. I like the Russian style little Sea Whiz turret. I think looks so fucking cool. I like how much different it is from the typical phalanx that everybody makes, including myself. So, love it. Little tiny bridge, very good. Hull shaping looks good as always. Let's see here. What do we got here? Oh, incendiary missiles. Good choice, my boy. Especially with them being just small missiles. Yes, just spamming a bunch of incendiary on an enemy is definitely going to do you some good. How fast? Very fucking quick. Oh, let's take a look at these missile decos, too. Oh, we've got the even, like, the little blue trails on them. Love the decos on this. Very good, although you have some textures clipping there I would work on fixing. Other than that, yeah, I don't have much to say because there's nothing I can add to this. This is as just the right amount of deco. I'm curious what that Sea Whiz gun looks like without... I understand. You need to make the thing armored. I understand. But the rest of the ship looks pretty well fucking like what it's supposed to. So, you know, it's not horribly deco-coped. So, as always... very good. Alright, next is the Unreasonable. This is by Teehee. Or Teehee. Oh god. Nelson quads! Oh Jesus, it has so many guns! Are these 500s? Yes, they're 500s. You got enough recoil absorption, that's good. Same basic structure as those other turret caps, but simplistic in nature, but overall pretty good. I love the looks of them. They look good. I have nothing to add to those. Oh, you've even got your own custom, like, AA guns here. Are these actually using, like, the flak rounds? Oh, no. This is using heavy head. Interesting. But I respect the open back guns. Very good. You got your little ammo boxes for them too. Are these real or are these mimics? Those are mimics. Good. You're not stupid like that. Got your little hose reel. Got lots of little greebling all over the deck and I love it. I would recommend like trying to smooth out the sides of your hole here with the wood. I understand that you can't really do that with the wood because if you angle it, like all the boards wouldn't line up if you were to angle it, you know, like if you were to angle it like that, you know what I mean? So what I found that works pretty well is, yes, this would add a few, like a handful more decos to your ship, but I would just do like a beam here, make it come up by 0.001, just enough to where textures aren't clipping, and you know, make it real big here, and then do the cedar material like that, because it doesn't matter what orientation that you're putting it at, it will always be straight across. So that's what I've started doing on my ships if they're using wood decks, is I deco this in. That way I can make the deck run all the way up to the edge of the ship, and all the wood boards still be facing the same direction and all be uniform. So anyway, your turret caps are beautiful, but your superstructure is kind of lacking. I understand it's kind of, you know, Britain kind of Navy designs that their superstructures are basically just giant bricks, but again, I feel like it needs something else hanging off the front here. Like, even if it's some kind of like a sun visor or something for these. Oh, you got munition warmers there. Hang on. Or just gonna get rid of those temporarily. But you know, it's just something like that, and then you could deco them to go over the windows here on the sides as well. Just to add something to that. I feel like these portholes down here need to be of a darker color. I feel like they need to be kind of like a similar black like that, so they at least pop out a little bit more, because right now they're subtle enough to where you can't barely see them from a distance, and it makes it look bland. Also, your mast back here feels like it is fucking tiny. I feel like it needs to be at least double or triple the size, or at least double, maybe not triple, but double the size. And then your smokestacks, they look alright, they're fine. You got that gun there, your lifeboats look good. The rest of your superstructure does look alright. You even got this deco pretty well, but I would also make those windows a little bit like a darker black as well, just to make them pop a little bit more, kind of like your bridge there. Oh, you even got the real good custom lifeboats back here, very good. Yeah, there's not much else I can say. You've got a lot of great detailing on it. You've got decent hull structure. It can use a little bit of work on the smoothing on the front here, but I also understand that's pretty difficult to do too. And then changing out that deck and then work on some of the little details on the superstructure. But overall, this thing looks pretty good, and I'm sure probably slaps the ever-living shit out of anything it fucking comes up against. Alright, next is the Warden class cruiser. This is by FOB. What is this guy? Okay, Cleveland class looking ass. Not a bad look. Your hull smoothing is good. I feel like you could use some portholes here on the side. Not too many, but some. I also feel like your mantlet needs to be of a slightly darker gray color to make it not like be completely matching of the rest of the turret structure. Also feel like you could use some ladders like here on the side, maybe a door in the back, access hatch. It also feels like you need other things on your turret neck here, like other like little exhaust pipes or intake pipes, door, maybe a ladder to get up here. Other like maybe ammo or material barrels sitting there on the side. Your railings need to have a few more supports in them. I respect the custom railings, but they need to have a few more supports around them. These look fairly basic. They're not bad. It's just they need like maybe a ladder here in the center, or some kind of an access hatch again. Your superstructure is a bit lacking. I feel like it maybe needs to have another deck, or at least have this deck sloped out a little bit more. Or you need to have more like little doors, or add like tiny little support beams to your to your upper decks. Like, you might be able to put in here occasionally just like something like that. Just periodically scattered around and not up. So you could just easily here prefab and just... Why can I not prefab that? Hang on. Oh, that's why. Because you got it as 3. Come on, middle mouse. I need to get a new mouse. I just haven't felt like buying one. Anyway, you get my point. You can copy and paste the motherfucker. And paste it around your different decks. This could use a little bit more detail up there on its face. This one looks alright. Smokestacks look good. Your elevated platforms for the AA guns look a little bit too tall and maybe a little bit too square. And then it feels like your bottom sections down here are missing a lot. It's just a lot of detail or other AA guns, stuff like that. You are also missing a lot of greeveling around the deck. Here at the back gun, your aircraft ramps are basic, but they work. Your guns have got enough recoil absorption. Really low fire rate, all things considered. Really low fire rate. Good lord, the amount of black. Yeah, you just need to work on a lot of the detailing. You've got your basic shaping down, Act. You're good on your shaping. You just need the other details to help fill it out a bit more. Alright, and the final one is the XOX401. This is by Void. So this is a hydrofoil craft. Buddy. This is not a hydrofoil. This bitch just flies. Ah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Hey, it's because I just spawned it up in the air. So the main thing I'm seeing here is that your front, it looks bad. I'm just gonna say it looks bad. The jagged sloping all the way across just looks stupid. And I feel like if you're gonna make the intakes for the jets in the back, actually like exposed like this out in the open, I feel like they need to be bigger. I feel like they need to be also integrated into the sloping of the of this like hole or whatever you want to call it, a little bit better. Your turret cap is also really narrow. I feel like it just overall needs to be smaller and shorter instead of super long. I've got enough recoil absorption, fuckloads of recoil absorption. Honestly, you could probably get rid of a little bit of it. Cut down on cost, 47.5 RPM. I feel like these intakes or exhausts or whatever they are could be a little bit bigger. I like that you have the turbine spinning in there, but honestly, I do feel like they can be a bit bigger. Maybe the jet exhaust a little bit more pronounced. Yeah, this thing just looks really fucking weird. Alright, and I believe that is it for this session of Wrench's Wreckfest. Thank you to those who submitted your craft for review this week. And if you want to participate in Wrench's Wreckfest, you could do so by joining my Discord via the link in the description below. And you could submit up to 2 craft every week. And you could submit those designs in the Wrench's Wreckfest tab in my server. The deadline for your craft to be in the next week's video is going to be on every Sunday, 12 p.m. CTE. It's when you need to have it submitted by. If you don't submit it by then and you submit it after that, then it will be in the following week. Basically, your craft will be during the week that you submit your craft will not be in that Sunday's video. It will be next Sunday's. So it gives me a week to do that. I say that, and then I wait until like the fucking very last minute to be able to do it. But that's besides the point. Anywho, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you chucklefucks in the next one. Thanks.